Thursday. Wherever you're watching from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Where I'm at, it's morning time, so I'm having myself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. So one cup of coffee or tea, then I'll go. But as you could see, the roadway are clear this morning. It's Thursday. Most of the time on the coming into the weekend, the roads are clear. The temperature right now it's 35 degrees, so it's on the cold side. But we're watching the news and we see where Rand Paul, the senator, said a lot of people in Congress are upset with most of the decision that the president making. But they ain't gonna come out against the president because a lot of them are up for re-election in 2026. We all hear what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. A lot of them are unhappy with the president, but she's the boldest one to resign from Congress. We also see where the president named the peace building in honor of him. So the Peace Institute, you name it the Donald Trump Peace Institute. So the president making sure he put his name on buildings. But what are your thoughts this morning? Do you think our president got off his last term that he can't run again? So he do whatever he wants, whoever he's pleased. Because maybe he think that the midterm election he gonna lose the election. We also see where him and he's against the Somalian and say they must go back. They're not contributing to the economy. But we see where a lot of Somalian businessmen or business people, they was like, yeah, we voted for Trump. And they were rallying Somalian for Trump. But now Trump flipped the script. Same thing with the Venezuelan, the Cuban. As long as you are an immigrant in this country, the president don't care anymore because he won. So all of who was immigrant and they say immigrant for Trump. Morning, Peter. Blessings to you and your family. They say immigrant for Trump. Now all of them start to feel the brunt of it because it don't matter what country you're from, as long as you're an immigrant, you're in trouble with the president. So all those Somalians who voted for Trump and yeah, we have businesses and yeah, we're supporting Donald Trump. Now he said they must go back to their country. It don't matter if you're contributing to the society or the economy. That's what he said. But what are your thoughts this morning? Do you think the president want to get rid of most immigrants out of the country? And we see we're another law that he signed into the law. If you're immigrants and you come here and you get married, they're gonna go through all the paperwork to show that you were legally married. So if you wasn't legally married, if you have a business marriage, they're gonna go back through all those files. So they're gonna ask you the question. Both of you, they're gonna question both of you at the same time. See if they're supposed to give you residence in America. They say if you get any government aid within that 5 years of filing for, they are gonna take away your green card or your citizenship from you. Listens to you, Jessica Grayson. Listens to you. But do you think America getting great again? We're asking ourselves, America always great. Because a lot of immigrants make America great. And we see where the H1B1 visa, that lot of Indians and people from China, they are the ones who make up the work visa. And we see where the fee raised for it. They say cutting back, instead of granting thousands of year time, they're cutting back on that. So what are your thoughts this morning? Do you think our country is going down a slippery slope? We see in Georgia where the housing market is on a rise, but we don't have enough builders because most of the builders are construction workers. They are immigrants, and ICE is out and about locating them. ICE is picking up people left, right, and center. So if you're here illegally, if you're in Georgia, they tell you like what area they gotta go and pick them up. So if you're here illegally, although you're working and you have a TIN number, which is tax, paying taxes, they don't care. They're still picking you up. Because they said the president said pick up everybody who is here illegally. But the president run and if you're here illegally and you commit a crime, we'll deport you. But he turned it around and said no. Once you're here illegally, you break the law. You're gonna be deported. So we see where ICE is rounding up people, running them down and tackling them. And it don't matter if you're a citizen or not, as long as you have a complexion, they are going after you. But if you just start watching the lives, hope you and your family is safe and blessed. It's a beautiful morning, although it's on the cold side this morning in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, you said Donald Trump and his administration is crumbling. See where most of the Republicans they are uneasy because of the decision that the president making. They are not comfortable with most of the decision. see where Rand Paul come out and talk. But although him and Rand Paul never see eye to eye with a lot of things, Marjorie Taylor Greene was the first one to come out against the president, and the president called her traitor brown. The traitor brown. Marjorie Traitor Brown. The president have name for everybody. Once you come against the president, he gonna give you a name. And he sure did. But what are your thoughts this morning? Do you think our government, which is Donald J. Trump, is running the country the right way? Question we're asking. The Democrats are silent. We don't hear anything from the Democrats. But that to tell you that the two parties, none of them is better. Chuck Schumer, he's been there in the House before I was born, and he's still in the House. But I don't get it. If you're 100 and something, when are you going to resign or retire? They're supposed to make it like just like the president, 2 term and you're out. You can't serve longer than 2 terms. So once you're 2 term up, that's it. You're out of here. No one's supposed to be in there until you're old and gray and like Mitch McConnell. And they need to have a age limit, just like how you retire when you're 65 or 75. You can't run as for president. You're supposed to have a cutoff. Like, okay, you can only run for president until you are 56. So you get 8 years. So when you're 64, yes. If you get 2 terms, you'll be 64. We got these old people making decisions on behalf of young people. And it's the same thing for senator or congressman or woman. That they do something else. Same like how they make age limit for you to retire. It's the same thing supposed to happen in the Senate and the House. Nancy Pelosi was in there till she what, 90 or 100 and that make no sense. So they be sitting in there getting old and gray, and you listen to them trying to make decision on behalf of younger generation. Just like how we have the president at what, 80? Or 80 plus year. Can hardly walk, can hardly move. And most of the decision that he's making is affecting the younger generation. Well, with the Obamacare expire this month, it's going to affect a lot of people who get government subsidy. So we all see where it's going. But if you're just tuning into the live, blessings to you and your family. Hope you and your family is blessed and have yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. This is where I said so long. Bye bye. Until tomorrow morning. Walk good, my friend.